Right now at noon, Jasper County officials break ground on a project to improve emergency response radios.
And we've got some showers out there now. We're not quite done with the scattered showers and storms yet. We'll have a look at your forecast coming up.
And we'll hear from the owner of Gasano's Pizza in Duquesne after a break-in at the restaurant.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A car split into half after crashing into a building last night in Joplin. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Noe. Just before 11 p.m. last night, witnesses say they saw a speeding car on Wall Avenue, then heard a loud crash. A white Porsche struck a building and split in half. The debris field was more than a block long, which included the building, a utility pole, and major pieces of the car scattered down the block.
There's 2 individuals in the vehicle. They both sustained injuries. The driver was conscious and breathing. The passenger was not conscious. She was breathing. They are both transported as priority.
Joplin police updated us overnight, and the major crash team was summoned and are conducting a DWI crash investigation. Let's check in with Chris Warner for a look at the forecast.
Yeah, we've still got a few stray showers out there across the area. This is a quick look from our camera on the Cornell Complex, downtown Joplin. Joplin, you are dry but cloudy as we head into the afternoon. So here's a look at Skywatch Storm Tracker. Not a lot really out there. We've got a little thunder shower north of Stockton. We've got this dying shower near Lamar, a little activity well to the east of Carthage. This is the biggest shower we have, getting ready to roll into Cassville and just exiting Pineville right now. I'm heading back to northeastern Oklahoma. A few stray showers out here around Bartlesville, north of Ramona, and a couple of sprinkles near Nowata. All of this activity here kind of beginning to fizzle out, but the long-range data still suggests we could see some additional redevelopment of a few isolated showers and thunderstorms, especially right in this zone here. So nothing severe, but that's what we're looking at. 55 is where we started yesterday. 75 is where we made it. So right about where we should be. Temperatures, as we mentioned this morning, not a lot of motion on them. We're upper 60s and a few 70-degree readings across the area. As we head through the rest of the evening, cloudy. Again, a stray shower or 2. We'll have a few additional stray shower chances as we head overnight tonight, going down to 64 by midnight. We'll have a complete look at your forecast, talk about the storms tonight, the storms tomorrow, and how the weekend's looking here in a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. To be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. The Crawford County Mobile Mental Health Unit found itself just outside the law enforcement center in Pittsburgh yesterday afternoon. The mobile unit is intended to make same-day access to mental health care easier. Jason Southard with the mobile unit says by setting up outside the law enforcement center, they are able to provide same-day access to a new avenue of people.
What's unique about having this here today is the services start today. Normally where I get them to fill out some paperwork, sign a release, but then we tell them to go over to our same-day access. Well, today same-day access is right here, so we'll be able to get them started immediately.
This was the 7th outing of the mobile unit. The unit was outside the law enforcement center from noon to 2 p.m. Work is now underway on a new Jasper County-wide public safety radio system. Officials yesterday broke ground at the Sarcoxy radio tower site on Bridgeview Road. The project will revitalize 4 existing tower locations throughout the county and build 2 new ones. It will also fund new radio equipment for first responders and their vehicles, which officials say will improve emergency response.
First time that I know of that we've had one radio system for one county, which what do we talk about? Safety, and that's the most important thing. When firefighters are going into these houses and they don't have radio systems that work, that's a safety issue. When police officers can't get out on their radios, that's a safety issue.
The project was approved for funding by the county in 2021. The Newton County Sheriff's Department says Deputy Weiser and his K-9 partner Loki stopped a vehicle and discovered marijuana, cocaine, and fentanyl. Investigators believe the driver was trafficking the drugs from Tulsa to St. Louis. Authorities also seized a firearm. The department said, quote, "While we recognize that marijuana possession is legal in Missouri, trafficking controlled substances across state lines is not," end quote. New surveillance video shows a man breaking into a Duquesne pizzeria using a questionable technique. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
Gustano's Pizzeria posted security video of this break-in on their Facebook page, dubbing the perp, quote, Ninja Burglar.
But then we went back to look at the security camera just to see what happened and see if we could figure out information to pass on to the police department. We found someone kind of crawling through the building, rolling around. I mean, it looked like something off Mission Impossible.
The Ninja Burglar did more than just roll around. The owner says the burglar got away with some money from a cash box, but after spending quite a while on an empty safe.
One of the things that's also funny is we had a safe in our office that stopped kind of operating, and it was just sitting in there. And he spent 45 minutes breaking into the safe just to find that it was empty. Hunter
and the other workers at the pizzeria took the break-in in stride by turning the security video into a meme.
We at least got to laugh about some of the content that our video cameras caught, and yeah, our team had a little fun with adding some music and putting a little edit together of this guy rolling around and trying to avoid cameras or sensors or something.
The Duquesne Police Department confirmed that there is an open investigation. Anyone with information about this April 19th break-in should give them a call.
Definitely, hopefully they catch the guy, and we'd encourage people to, if you are in a parkour class and you see anybody with those same moves, notify the Duquesne Police Department.
Reporting in Duquesne, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
To see the full surveillance video, go to our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. A new education experience will soon take flight in Joplin. Joplin Schools is now accepting enrollment applications for 3 new neighborhood-based preschool classrooms for 4-year-old students called Little Eagles Flight School. The new preschool will be offered to residents in the Irving, Royal Heights, and Soaring Heights areas as part of a pilot program designed to provide quality early learning opportunities for more district children.
This is a pilot year for this program because we've not had preschool within our elementary settings in this fashion. So we're piloting in 3 buildings where we were able to find open space, and so we will try it out and see how it works. We definitely want these full day classes to just become a part of the elementary neighborhood where they're at.
You can find a link to enroll on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. The mini golf course at Pittsburgh's Four Oaks Golf will be ready for tee time this week. Yesterday, the golf course cut the ribbon on the completed mini course. Groundbreaking for the 18-hole mini course was in February. It was paid for through private donations and grant funding.
Why we're here is we had a need, and we had a community member that recognized the need and step up and help us, resolve a problem. We've had a mini course for a long time, probably 5 decades. It had become in a state of disrepair, and then once COVID hit, it kind of just put it to a point where it was not economically to repair it.
This new mini course replaces one that closed back in 2020. That course had as many as 6,000 rounds played annually before it closed for good. Coming up, former President Biden and former President Trump agreed to meet on the debate stage. And later, we're making crispy sesame artichokes in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump agreed to face off in their first presidential debate of the election season next month. A second debate is scheduled for mid-September. As CBS News' Jared Hill reports from New York, the 2 top candidates may be the same as they were 4 years ago, but the debates will be a little different this time around.
Well, make my day, pal.
Less than an hour after President Biden threw out this debate challenge.
So let's pick the dates, Donald. I hear you're free on Wednesdays.
Taunting former President Trump over the criminal trial keeping him in court 4 days a week, the presumptive Republican nominee said, "Let's get ready to rumble."
I've accepted the 2, 100%.
Trump and Biden are now set to face off in 2 debates. The first, June 27th, hosted by CNN. The second with ABC on September 10th. No studio audience.
The left, will you shut up, man? Listen.
In the rematch 4 years in the making, the Biden campaign wants moderators to be able to cut mics to minimize disruptions.
It's about the candidates clearly articulating their vision for where they want to take the country.
Some voters in battleground Pennsylvania tell CBS News they don't think the debates are going to change a lot of minds.
People have their own formed opinions already about each party, so I feel like neither have really anything to gain out of it. It's just going to be a fighting match, really.
Third-party candidates candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. appears to be locked out from the debate stage. He's accused the Biden and Trump campaigns of colluding to exclude him. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Join us in the test kitchen as we cook up a fancy schmancy appetizer that can double as a side dish. And it's ready in no time.
And we're not quite done with showers and thunderstorms yet. We'll break down our chances for the rest of today into tomorrow, and of course that weekend forecast right after this. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon. So we are cloudy for most of us, in fact, just about all of us across the area. It's keeping temperatures down. As we mentioned was going to be the case this morning, showers have really dropped off across the area. We'll take another quick radar tour, starting with this shower here, just about to enter Cassville, exiting the McDonald County area. Not much to it, but some rain there. We had some showers earlier here into Barton County and moving toward Greenfield. They have since dissipated. Back into northeastern Oklahoma, a few sprinkles out there in Craig County. Washington County got a shower in it, and it's kind of been falling apart as well. So even though this activity, though, is beginning to wind down, we got some data that suggests we could see some redevelopment of showers and maybe a couple of thunderstorms right along the Kansas-Oklahoma line that will ultimately follow that same path roughly northeastward across parts of the area. So through the rest of the day and the evening, not everybody's going to see additional rainfall, but some of you will. Quick look outside. It is cloudy from the MoDOT camera 20th and range line. It is cloudy in Neosho as well from the MoDOT camera down there. However, it's dry in both those locations. Same from our camera on the Cornell complex. It is cloudy, a wee bit breezy, otherwise dry for right now. So again, tracking down the road, we're going to see the opportunity, and you can see here even on the future track at 5 o'clock, some redevelopment could take place. Now again, no severe weather is expected out of any of this, and this is actually updated since about half an hour ago when I last ran it through. So you see we've got the opportunity for a few scattered showers, couple of thunderstorms as we head into the evening and into the overnight hours, but most of us will be dry. By tomorrow morning, a few stray showers will be out there, and we'll spend the first half of our Friday dry. It won't be until the afternoon that we'll see an opportunity for additional showers and thunderstorms, and this still seems to be on par from earlier this morning, where the better opportunities are going to be along this zone, the I-44 corridor, and if I-44 traveled the state line, it would just be this straight line right in through here where the better chances for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms will be. A few showers will be possible across southeast Kansas late afternoon and into the evening hours, but it's going to be very isolated regardless. And then by the time we head into early Saturday morning, we start to clear out ahead of an absolutely beautiful weekend. Quick check of temperature, 70 in Joplin, west breeze at 9, and temperatures around the region. Again, we're just kind of out there. We've got a few low 70s on there, most of us still into the upper 60s. So again, that's why not expecting a lot of warming to take place across the area over the next few hours. So again, highs today about the low 70s. We'll have a few of those pop-up storms for us on Friday, and depending on how much cloud cover you get, how much rain you see, temperatures similar to today, about mid-70s, maybe a pinch warmer for some of you. The weekend, however, take a look at that. Looks absolutely gorgeous out there. Mostly clear skies, maybe a cloud or two, otherwise low 80s as we head into the weekend. Now check out Monday, though, pushing near 90 degrees, but the thunderstorm chances return as well. We'll have to keep an eye on Monday. There is a very low end possibility at this point for some severe weather on Monday. Thunderstorms Tuesday, a break Wednesday. Hanging out in the low 80s to close out the week, but we're watching the thunderstorm chances toward the end of next week as we could see some additional possible strong to severe thunderstorms. So still a lot of data, a lot of time between now and then, but things we want to keep an eye on over the next several days.
Absolutely. That weekend looks great, though.
Now that Mother Nature's given us a nice break at just the right time.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chris. Well, stick around. We're making crispy sesame artichokes in the Mr. Food Test kitchen. We'll be right back. You may be serving pasta as the main dish, but when you serve this recipe for crispy sesame artichokes on the side, you're going to have yourself a main attraction. Howard is showing us how to make crispy sesame artichokes in the Mr. Food Test kitchen.
Ooh, I'm doing this one.
Unbelievable. A few weeks ago, I came across this box of recipes that I used back in my catering and restaurant days. Going through it brought back all sorts of memories. And when I found the one for sesame artichokes that we used to serve as an hors d'oeuvre, and sometimes as a side dish. I thought it'd be fun to share it with you. Here's how easy. In a shallow dish or a pie plate, we mix together some breadcrumbs, sesame seeds, a bit of Parmesan cheese, and a little salt and pepper. Now in a pie plate, we dip some canned artichoke hearts that we've drained really well, that we've cut in half, into a few beaten eggs. From there, they go into the breading, and we want to make sure we coat them really well so the crumb mixture stays on. After pan frying them until they're golden, we place them on paper towels so they're not too greasy. Let me tell you, these are so simple, yet they look so darn fancy. Maybe serve them with a homemade lemon sauce. That'll make these doubly good. I really hope you'll go online and get the recipe for our crispy sesame artichokes, along with our creamy lemon sauce to go with them. This way you can have a tasty side dish or a change of pace appetizer that's done quick as a wink. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a crispier way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
So good.
You can, of course, find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now, here's a look at the 4 state market prices.
All right, so again, low 70s today. Could see additional shower and thunderstorm development later this evening, mainly along the Missouri-Kansas line and along I-44 out there. And outside of that, a few pop-up storms tomorrow in that same general zone. Beautiful weekend ahead of us. Thunderstorm chances return Monday and Tuesday as does the heat on Monday. Keeping an eye on the possibility strong, possibly severe thunderstorms Monday. And again, toward the end of the week, could see some additional strong storms. So a lot to keep an eye on, but at least today and tomorrow, no severe weather expected at this point.
Absolutely. Good. Thanks, Chris. And Dad, what are you up tonight?
Lots coming up at 5. For starters, during this Mental Health Awareness Month, advocates are putting the spotlight on firefighters who endure a lot of trauma but don't always address the resulting mental health issues. We're going to learn about how one fire department is trying to change that. Plus, scammers are impersonating toll road collection services in text message scams. Better Business Bureau of Southwest Missouri is going to have tips on how to identify these types of scams. And Planned Parenthood announces it's going to be opening a new health center in Pittsburgh. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course. It's coming up on KOAM News at 5.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dow. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. We'll, of course, see you right back here at 5. Until then, have a great rest of your day.